What's up, my oh so beautiful people? So today I wanted to talk about the Apple one stock split into four shares kind of example, right? I've seen a lot of videos out there on YouTube getting into the history, getting into how many splits they did over the time of, investing in Apple and over Apple history. And I'm like, that's all cool. But what people want to see is how they're going to make money. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can potentially profit off of the Apple 4-for-1 share split. All right. So let's just get right into it. So we have the Apple stock today. I'm trying out my new iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil, so this is cool. So Apple stock today is trading for $437.67 per share. And that's right now for the time of this recording, okay? So to make everything simple, I'm just going to do, I'm just going to say, Apple stock is $437 per share, right? So I'm going to do AAPL. That's the stock kind of symbol logo is going to be $437. Again, this is what they're trading at right now as we do this video, but I'm just going to make it very simple for the math that we're going to do. Okay, so on August 24th, everybody who's in on that date, and matter of fact, let me change the color too so y'all can know this is important. This date is very important, okay? If you're not in the stock on that date, then you're not, you're not going to be a part of the 4-to-1 split, right? No, 1-to-4 split, okay? You have to be invested before this date, okay? And they're going to actually conduct the split on August 31st. Okay, that's another important date. So this is the date when the split is going to happen on August 31st. So you have to be invest before this day. Okay? And this day is when the split happens. All right, these are two very important key dates to know. Okay, invest before this day so you can participate in the 1-to-4 split. And this is the day that the split is going to actually happen. All right, so these are, again, very important days. And now we're going to get into how to profit off this 4-to-1 split, right? We're going to go into now the breakdown. Okay, so if Apple stock, right, that's the symbol, is 437. Remember, we're just going to do simple numbers, right? So it's 437. That means that this is your one share, okay? You have one share Apple. This is 437. On August 31st, remember, August 31st is when they're going to do the split. 31st is when they're going to do the split. They're going to split that into 4. So your one stock is going to become 4. Okay, so divide this by 4, and you're going to get equals 109.25. And again, I like to make numbers simple, right? So your one stock that costs 437 is going to be split into 4, and then it's going to be divided by 4, and it's going to equal 109.25. Okay, so you're going to have 4 shares equaling 109.25 per share on August 31st. Okay, again, very key day right there. All right, so how do you make money off of this? I'll show you. So let's say you invest, let me see. Let's say you invest $1,000, okay, into Apple shares, right? So you do $1,000 divided by 437 because this is, the price of Apple stock today for one share. All right. That's the price for one share. So you're going to have 2.28 shares of Apple stock. All right. You follow me? This is how much you're going to invest. $1,000. Each share is $4.37. You're going to have 2.28 shares of Apple. Okay. So I like to round things up again to make it simple. So it's going to be 2.29. That's the amount of shares you have times 4 because they're doing a split, which is going to equal 9.16 shares. So after the split, you're going to have 9.16 shares of Apple. Okay. Follow me. Maybe I'm going to, on the next example, I'm going to change the color so it don't, seem so confusing. Okay. So then what you want to do is 9.16 times, let's say, your 9.16 shares turn into, 150, right? So let's say the the Apple stock is 150 after the split. That's going to equals $1,374. All right. So your 9.16 shares equals $1,374. So from your $1,000 investment, you are now up, or you profit. I'm going to change this now. I'm going to do another example. You profit $374 due to the split if the price hits 150, which is not too far-fetched. If each share of your 9.16 shares hit 150, you're going to profit $374, okay? So I'm going to do one more example, and this time I'm going to keep changing the color so we can follow, all right? So let's say you have, again, one Apple share today equals $437, okay? So let's say you invest $10,000 into Apple. All right. Actually, this is what I did. I invested $10,000 into Apple. I believe in Apple. I know that it's a great company. And I know from this 1-to-4 split, they're going to make money. Why? Because when the price is cheaper, that encourages retail buyers, into the market to buy the stock, not only because Apple is a great company and their reports have been really good. And this is their reports before holiday, right? Like we didn't even get into holiday and the new phones that's coming out and the new software. So Apple is going to be a great company to invest in, even long term. But I put in $10,000, okay? And that $10,000, I'm going to divided by 437 because that's how much it is per share, right? $437 per share. Okay? So that's going to get me 22.88 shares. And again, just for this example, I like to round it up. So we're going to say 22.9 shares, all right? I'm going to just do this, AAPL. That means Apple stock, right? Shares. We're going to do that times 4, right? Because they're splitting the stock into 4. So one of your shares, right, is going to be divided into 4. So now for your 1, you're going to have 4. Remember this. For your 1, this is 1 share. On August 31st, they're going to split it into 4. Okay? So I'm going to do 22.9 Apple shares times 4 because now my share quadrupled. That's going to equal, equals 91 91.6 shares. Okay? So now I have 91.6 shares of Apple. So now what I'm going to do is 91.6 shares of Apple times, and again, let's just say Apple goes to 150 per share. That's going to equal 13,740. So I'm going to be up in profit. This is profit here. Profit. $3,740 off my investment. Okay? So again, this is a quick video breaking down on how you can profit from this Apple 1-for-4 split coming up. And you have to invest again before August 24th. Okay? So now I'm just going to give you the formula. Okay? So you could do this at home. All right? So you're going to take the dollar amount that you want to invest. This is your dollar amount, X. X divided by the stock price that day. Stock price that day you invest, right? So in this example, it was, it was 437 was the stock price, okay? Per one share. So you're going to do the dollar amount you want to invest divided by how much the stock price is that day. That's going to equal the total amount of shares you could buy with that dollar amount. Total amount. Okay? So then you're going to take that total amount of shares, right? So you're going to do your shares. How do I want to do this? So you're just going to do like X, your shares. We're going to call this shares here. Your X amount of shares times 4, right? Because they're doing a 1-to-4 split. Okay, then that's going to equal total shares. I'm going to put this in red. After split. Okay? So once you get your total shares after the split, you're going to take that total amount of shares. Again, we're going to go here. That total amount times, okay, and now it's kind of like confusing because I got this big old X right here. So total amount of shares times how much that share cost that day. And that equals profit. So that's what I wanted to show you quickly. Again, insert your own numbers. I gave you plenty of examples, but I just wanted to quickly show you how you can profit off of this Apple 1-to-4 split, or 4. You get 4 shares for your 1 Apple share, however you want to say it, right? If you have 1 Apple share, it's going to split into 4 on. Let me make this again, on August 31st. All right, that's when it's going to split into 4. But you have to be invested before August 24th, or you won't participate in the split, right? From the existing shares that you have now, okay? So thank you again for watching. I didn't want to make this so long, but I definitely want to give people examples so they can insert their own numbers. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.